Hello there. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about the concept of WDS, Windows Deployment Services. It's a very interesting topic and very interesting uh, roles of Windows Server 2008. Actually, this service is all about installing operating system in a network. For example, the server 2008, sorry, yes, this server 2008, if we promote this server 2008 as WDS, Windows Deployment Server, then what we need to do is we have to store a copy of operating system, store a copy of Vista 7 8 8.1 and then 10 server 2k8 2k8 r2 then now server 2k8 12. So these are the operating system which are used and which are compatible for this WS Windows Deployment Services, because after Vista operating system, two things which comes to uh, the Windows operating system is two things very important launched on Windows operating system is that install.vim. This is the two important file of operating system nowadays. Install.vim and boot.vim. Boot.vim. After Vista, Windows made a huge changes on operating system, and the pattern of almost all operating system changed after Vista, and that two basic files required and need to be required for this network booting, so that whoever wants to install fresh operating system, a fresh copy of operating system, a genuine copy from a group, that might may uh, uh, install until administrator uh, permission that user carries. So for example, a laptop user come and wants to use a genuine copy. Then what we need to require is this connector or uh, connect with LAN, with switch, or whatever the connection the company has. Connect with that, and the laptop will start booting. Another important, very important requirements needed at WDS, along with ADDS, that server must have a member of a group, member of Active Directory, or must have installed Active Directory on their computer, on their server. Then once we install ADDS, then DNS will also install and get activated. So the server must have ADDS, must have DNS, and must have installed DSCP with active scopes. So scopes should be active, so that client or server wants to boot with the network. For example, laptop user comes and just connect with the switch, we'll get the IP of WDS, which is the Active Directory server, or might be in the network of Active Directory server. So and the network also consists of DSCP, so that new client get the IP address very quickly and need not to struggle to get the IP address, since we are booting our system start booting with the network. Then DSCP server should must. Also, DSCP server should be compatible with PXC. uh, PXC thing is actually stayed with the new NIC uh, of computers. Nowadays, all NICs are compatible to PXC booting. So PXC booting, which is were not available in the earlier versions of operating system and NICs, but nowadays almost all NICs compatible to PXC. If PXC compatibility are not there in NIC, or some chip is there with PXC, if it's not installed on the computer, then that because of that compatibility, the network boot will fail and user will not able to boot with the operating system, or not able to install operating system. So PXC compatibility in the NIC should be available, should be there on the computer, and that's the reason a new version of computers, new version of PCs are nowadays have PXC compatibility, so that user, whenever, for example, a laptop user, whenever connect the switch, will start getting the IP from DSCP. The active scope should be there, and once it joins the network, the because of the PXC compatibility, it will start booting the operating system and start installing operating system. So this is what WDS, the important things which requires. Also, one directory is required for WDS, either any directory, actually not, yes, one directory at the one volume which needs to be free, and directory needs to be formatted for it with NTFS, uh, so that actually the drive should formatted with NTFS, where the directory consists, for example, EE drive. So E drive should be formatted with NTFS and not FAT32 with NTFS. So because it supports NTFS, and that E drive will a if that E drive is having that directory, then that directory can be used for this WDS. So for example, as I said, if you are using E drive for WDS, then that E drive should be formatted with NTFS, not with FAT32. If it's with FAT32, then format with the latest one, uh, and just put the directory into it. If you are using, or if you want to use C drive for a directory, then it's not a good manner actually to utilize the C drive, the system drive of a server. So it's better to have one directory, separate directory, formatted with NTFS, and create a directory for WDS. So ADDS, DSCP, DNS, one directory, and PXC compatibility NIC is a required thing for WDS. And once our client join the network, if it wants to install a new operating system, it can install the new operating system. We will do the practical of WDS in the next video. Hope you learned something from it. Thanks for watching.